Hello, this is the Cobra MX515SPBI, which is a 20-inch rotary mower with a Briggs & Stratton engine. Big, powerful mower is this one, and this is how it arrives in a strong cardboard box like this. So what I'm going to do is just open it all up, and then we can take everything out. I'll show you how to assemble it and get it ready for mowing. So here it is, all unpacked. So we've got the mower here, which just needs a little bit of handlebar assembly, and this is the InStart engine, which is an electric start, so push button, very, very easy to start. So with that, we've got the charger and the starter, but I'll show you how they work in a few minutes. We've got the nuts and bolts that we need to fix the handlebars, spark plug, spanner there, cable clips to make sure the cables are secure, manuals for the engine and the mower itself, all important engine oil is supplied with it, and of course the grass collection box, but again I'll talk more about that in a second. So the first thing we do is put the handlebars up, and a little tip is just to unscrew these first, because these are what's going to hold the base of the handlebars firmly to the framework. So if we just take those off, then we are ready to go. So now we can put the handlebars into place. So they're folded down in transit, so we just need to unfold them like that. And what we're going to do is to put them on the inside of these two brackets here. And you can do this on your own, but it helps if you've got somebody just to take the weight at the back. So I'm just going to ask Gareth if he'll just take the weight there. And then what we're doing is we're going to put the bolt through from the outside. There we go. And that twists there so that it's in place. And then we take the spacer, which again is on a curve, and that will then fit around the tubular steel, and then we can put on the red nut and just tighten that on. Okay, and it's just done by hand, and then we can tighten it up until it's firmly in place. And then it's just a case of doing that on the other side. So it really is simple, you don't need any tools at all to do this. So just line it through, spacer, and the toggle. So that's on, and they are there permanently, so we're never going to take those off. Nice and tight. Thank you, Gareth. And then the next thing we need to do is just to make sure the top half, which is foldable, so the idea is with this you can fold that down when it's in storage, but obviously when it's in use we need it in that position. It can be adjusted to suit your height, and that will just simply lock on a spring loaded clip like that. So that goes up there, and that is now in place. So the other thing we can do is just secure these cables. We've got cables to the various controls like that, and we've got this one here. So what we do is just put the cables inside the plastic clip. I find that's the easiest way to do it, and then just sit it on it and push, and then make sure they're in the right place. So they're nicely in position, one in each of the grooves in there. And then finally we've also got this one here, which is going to the starter. And again, we can just clip that into position to stop that from flapping around. Next, what I'm going to do is to get the fuel in it, petrol and the oil. So the petrol is E10 unleaded, runs perfectly well on that, but with this new petrol that we've got, bear in mind it doesn't keep long, it soon deteriorates. So what we need to do is make sure that the petrol is never in the mower for longer than 30 days, and always use fresh petrol. Don't use a can of petrol you've had in the garage for a year or so, because it just won't work very well, it's stale. And the other thing that you can do, and it's something that Briggs & Stratton recommend, is that you put an additive into the petrol, and it's this here, various sizes. It's a Briggs & Stratton fuel fit, and that will just make it run much smoother and cleaner and more efficient. So you add that to the petrol before you add it to the tank, so that's certainly worth doing for long life of the engine. So petrol is in. Next is oil. The oil is provided with the mower. We need 440 millilitres, which is what is in this bottle. So we're going to put it all in. But of course, the important thing, whenever you're adding oil to a mower, you should always work on the dipstick. So I'm going to take the dipstick out, and then I'm going to pour my engine oil in nice and carefully and slowly into the opening there. That should be about right. We can see there the oil is just now on the hatched section to where that little hole is in the bottom of the dipstick there. So that is absolutely fine. So there we go. The dipstick is now securely fastened into place. So the other thing with this mower is it's what we call a 3-in-1 mower. So that means we've got 3 different modes of mowing and dealing with the grass clippings. So we'll just have a quick look at those. First one is what we call mulch mowing. And mulch mowing is when we have a mulch plug in the back of the mower like this, and that goes in there, just locks into place, very simple. What it does, it stops the grass being thrown out into the grass collector. Instead, it chops it very finely, blows it down into the cover of the grass. It will release nitrogen, it will feed the lawn, keep it nice and green and lush, and it means you haven't got any grass clippings to get rid of. And it also means in the summer the grass stays green for much longer, which helps with dry conditions. So that's a real benefit of mulch mowing. The other one is to do what we call a side discharge, and around this side of the mower we have a flap that lifts over. There's a catch there to stop it lifting accidentally, and we've got a hole in the side of the mower there where grass can be thrown out. And this is ideal for when you're not collecting but you want to throw the grass out of the way. Maybe you've got an area of longer grass. So all we do is we lift up this flap, we get our side discharge guard there, put that on, and that will then throw the grass out. So that's good. But for that to work, we also need to have the mulch plug firmly in place in the back of the mower. And the third method is the collection with a grass box. So we need to take the side discharge off, we need to take out the mulch plug, and then we can fit our grass box. Now you'll notice when you get the grass box, it's got black ends on it. They are just protection caps. So what we do is we just take those off like that. That's just to stop anything being damaged in transit. And we just lift the main big back flap and sit it onto those springs like that, so it's firmly in place. And then we can put that flap down. It's also got a little window there, so it means that when you think the box is full, you can look in there and you can see the grass if you want to. So 3 different ways of mowing for 3 different states of how long your grass is growing. This mower doesn't have a pull start, it's all electric start. So complete with the mower, you've got the battery pack that actually fires the engine there, the InStart, and then you've also got the charger so that you can charge this and keep it fully charged. And when you get it, you do need to charge that up before starting. So what we do is remove this little tab that's on there, like that, and then it sits on the top of the mower there, and we have to line it up so it slides into the groove and just push it until it clicks. That's in place, and all the details about charging and maintenance of this you'll find in your manual there, the Cobra manual. So that's really easy to do that. Just to look at the controls at the top here, it's got 5 different speeds, this mower. So you can go from slow to much faster depending on the grass. And then we've got 2 handles just here. This one, this red handle, needs to be pulled in before you can start mowing. The engine will not start unless this is pulled in, and you have to hold it in constantly, and as soon as you let go, the engine stops. It's a safety device. The handle at the back is the drive, the self-drive, so that propels the mower forward. So what we'll do, we can put that into, leave it in 2, and we can start it. And it's very simple. We pull back the red lever, we push the red button here, that will fire the engine, and then when the engine is running, we can put it into drive and off we go. So it really is that easy to start. One final thing though is we never start the mower with the deck close to the ground, and when you buy it new, it will always be closed down for shipping. So just lift the deck up, get the engine running, then put it to the height that we want. So just lift the mower off the ground like that, and then we're ready to go. To start it, we pull in the red lever, we push the red start button, and then the engine will start, pushing the black one, and off we go.
Remember to register your Cobra online at www.cobragarden.co.uk and always have your Cobra serviced regularly. Check the website for your nearest dealer.